Hello. Hey, everyone. What's up, YouTube? Hello, Facebook. We're here in the bedroom. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the What Had Happened to Us podcast. I'm laughing because my wife just walked in as I block my face with my cell phone. That tail wagging you hear is hopefully the dog. Hopefully it's not me. I would imagine it's the dog anyway and not me, but I digress. So, how was your Mother's Day? I hope everyone had a fantastic Mother's Day. We had some, the mother-in-law and my mom over. So, kind of hard to beat that when you have everybody in one spot. It makes life nice and easy, and you can kind of go from there. Sharing it on Facebook. That's why I'm kind of stammering, I guess you could say. New episode. Finish. All right. Now that's shared. Okay. So where were we? Yeah. Mother's Day weekend. Yeah, I hadn't drank in a week. I swore off of the beer until Joey's wedding, but now it looks like I'm already pushing that up a weekend because we're going to a Phillies game June the 9th. So there's no way I'm going to be able to go to a baseball game and not drink. It's just not going to happen. No chance in hell. I got to figure out a way to just have my logo up here so it's not me in bed like holding the mic. I've talked about it enough, but we're listing our house on the market on Thursday, and our leather couch upstairs was in bad shape. So we had to get rid of that. So I don't have anywhere to do the podcast right now. So I'm just sitting in bed, petting the dog, waiting for my wife to come in. We don't even have a TV in our bedroom right now because the real estate agent, well, not the real estate agent, we had a stager come in and kind of give us some tips on how she thought we should set up the house. She said that our TV was too big in the living room and that it became the focus of the living room and that people wouldn't focus on what furniture they would like to put in there or how they would like to arrange the living room. So right now we're TV-less in the bedroom. I have no couch in the loft because I'm getting a new couch to put up there. If you saw our other leather couch, it was just absolutely horrendous. The dogs had done a number on it, which fuck dogs, by the way. Like, I love my dogs a little bit, kind of. I mean, I guess I kind of love dogs, but they're definitely not my best friend. They may be man's best friend, but they are not Mike's best friend, any stretch of imagination. However, I was allowed to drink mimosas, Mimi's for mommies. So all you mommies out there, I hope you had a bloody or a mimosa or some sort of brunch. Isn't that like the go-to for the Mother's Day and Father's Day? You go with the brunch. We had a breakfast casserole, turkey sausage, red pepper, onion, eggs, a little cheddar cheese, a little mozz in there, slamming. Did that up. I almost pulled the asshole move. We were waiting for Lindsay's parents to get here, waiting for my parents to get here, and Lindsay was upstairs taking a shower, and I was getting breakfast ready, and brunch. It wasn't breakfast, it was brunch. And I almost pulled the asshole move of yelling up to her like, "Linz, I need your help. Come get these kids." Like it wasn't Mother's Day or something. Yeah, I'm an asshole. So I almost pulled that one on my wife on Mother's Day, and like got aggravated with her because she was like getting a shower. Like, who the hell gets a shower in the morning? I mean, come on. I had things I was doing and you're taking a shower. Let's get real. No, I dig Mother's Day. I mean, a lot of people shit on a lot of the holidays, like all their Hallmark holidays. It's one of my favorite holidays because you get a chance to, it's kind of multi-generational. You got the grandmothers, you got the wives, you got the mother-in-laws, you got the mothers. You can definitely celebrate with a lot of people. It's not like a birthday or an anniversary where it's just kind of you two. It's definitely more of a generational thing. So I don't know. I hope everyone had a great Mother's Day. Hope you got to see your mom. If your mom's not around, sorry to hear that. I hope Mother's Day isn't a bummer for you because I know that could probably be a drag. I can't imagine like parents who lost children around holidays and shit like that. That's just got to be fucking terrible. I really genuinely cannot imagine how bad that would be to lose a child on a holiday. Why am I getting so dark? Every time I start talking about somebody dying, I just can't stay away from it. I don't know why. Speaking of people dying, old people have been pissing me off these past 2 weeks. So I had to do my final presentation for my relicensure I guess, for my teaching stuff, my continuing license or whatever the hell they call it. Long story short, I hadn't been put into the program, whatever it was. Long story short, I ended up having to do my continuing license presentation this past week, and I put the computer on extend screen so that the projector was on like the right side and the screen was on the other side. And every single person who presented could not figure out what the extend screen was. They were like looking at the actual computer screen and freaking out. They were like, my PowerPoint's not up here. I was like, oh, it's up on the projector. Just look on the projector behind you, where a normal human would look when they did it. They were like, no, I need it on the, I need it to be an exact replica, duplicate of my screen. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Like, it looks like I have like 4 different things going on here. It's very laggy. Maybe I need to upgrade, buy a new webcam. That's what I need to do. Spend some money on a webcam so there's no lag and you guys can see my mouth move at the right time. No, so fucking old people couldn't figure out the extend screen. It was annoying to me because who doesn't use extend screen, especially if you're like a teacher or someone who gives presentations often. You might need to have like your email up. I don't know. And you don't want everyone to see your goddamn 1,000 tabs you have up, and God knows what you're looking at on there. I know you got some of you without the, the blocked internet. And I know you're looking at some weird shit at work. Boss is coming. You got to switch tabs, but no. I just don't understand why you wouldn't use extend screen if it's something your computer offers. It's so much easier than having everyone, like I said, see all of your tabs that you have open, see your email, see every other goddamn thing that you have going on in your life. But that's what you get when you work with a bunch of old women. They tend to not be too technologically savvy. And then I was in Walmart parking lot. I think it was Walmart. Yeah, I was before work. I was stopping at the Dunkin' Donuts in Milford, which step your game up, Milford. We need a real fucking Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know, walk into Walmart past, the people of Walmart to get my coffee. Heaven forbid I have to see like poor fat people, and then I can't even get my coffee without being sad and thinking about the obesity and poverty epidemics in my country. I just wanted an iced dark roast. Now I am sad thinking about all the fat poor people we have. They're probably feeding their kids Lunchables and I don't know what else, that whatever other things fat people eat. Get probably a high fat, low carb diet. No, that was last week. I'm all for a high fat, low carb diets. I think they work. If you're in ketosis, more power to you, but just don't be the asshole who's like, oh, I can eat 4 pounds of bacon because I'm on a high fat, low carb diet. Shut up. It's still fucking terrible for you, you asshole. But anyway, I'm coming out of the Walmart parking lot and I hear an old woman yelling, Sharon, where are you, Sharon? And then I hear Sharon yell, Betty, I'm over here. And then Sharon thinks that is somehow in her cell phone and not in her ear. I don't know how this woman has made it through. She was probably 65 years old. I don't know how she made it through 65 years of life and couldn't realize that this was this actual woman yelling. It wasn't her on the cell phone. So the woman is now looking at her cell phone, yelling, Sharon, I hear you, but where are you? And then Betty's yelling, I'm behind you, Sharon. And then Sharon's yelling, how do you know you're behind me? And she's like, because I'm behind you. And this fucking woman the entire time thought this woman was talking into her cell phone. And I don't know how she didn't know that she was behind her. Like, I don't know if she had her on, if she had speakerphone on and she thought that the acoustics wrapped around her head. I have no clue what this woman thought was happening, but she genuinely thought this woman yelling in the parking lot was on her cell phone. And they were clearly talking to each other on the phone, which is, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you see the fucking hang 10 sign I'm doing for the universal phone. But you still hang up? You still hang up when you do that? Because our kid's going to hang up. Like, are they going to, you hang up? I think my kids are even like, what the fuck do you mean hang up the phone? You just press the button. I ended the call. Is that what they're going to say? I don't know. Who gives a shit? But anyway, old people suck and they're terrible with technology. Like, still to this day, like Google has even had to kind of old people their fucking Google Maps. Like now, if you've noticed on Google Maps, it'll say like next to the Hardee's or 3 lights after the Bob's Big Boy, or I don't know, turn left at the Walmart. It's so ridiculous that they have to make things user friendly for old people. Like, why can't an old person just drive, and when the GPS says turn left, you turn left? Like, it shouldn't have to preload directions telling you landmarks and where to turn. I never understood that. Like, why can't you just give me directions? Like, okay, go left on 113, go right on Johnsonville Road, whatever. No, now we got to fucking do it for old people. And it's 2 lights after the car stop. It's 3 lights after the car wash. Turn left at the big red rooster in the middle of the road. I don't fucking know. Why are old people so terrible at things like this? I don't understand how they can't figure out technology. Look, technology in my hand right here. So I was in Walmart after Sharon and Betty couldn't find their fucking each other in the parking lot. Was that harsh? You gave me a look like that was really harsh.
No, I'm just don't point that thing at me.
Oh, Lindsay has come into the bedroom and she is now terrified that I'm going to put her on the webcam, which I will not. She, if you could see her, literally looking like a goddamn Navy SEAL trying her best to stay away from the fucking camera. You get a pretty good kick out of that. But anyway, so I go into Walmart, and what the fuck in the summertime? Why is there a monopoly on squeezable relish? I just went in there. I wanted squeezable relish. I have mustard. I have ketchup. I don't want to pay $6 for the trio pack. But no, these fuckers at Heinz stopped selling single squeezable relish in fucking picnic season. Dude, this is all over. Someone's gonna have a seizure watching this. I promise I'm not getting on screen. So it's fucking. That was not Lindsay. That was the dog. Lindsay's ears do not flop like that. Well, maybe boobs. So why? Why does Heinz do that? Like they have like some sort of monopoly on the squeezable relish, so they don't sell it solo. So now I have to spend $6 and now I have ketchup and mustard that I don't need, don't want, but I have to get it because that's the only way I can get squeezable relish. And I guess I could be like a heathen and get the fucking jar of relish, but who has the jar of relish? And why is Heinz so stingy about putting squeezable relish? I just want the squeezable relish. I don't want the ketchup and the mustard as well. I just want the squeezable relish. Now I got to pay $6 for ketchup and mustard, and it comes in like some weirdly ounced like squeezable thing. So like normally you can buy a fucking ginormous thing of ketchup for like $3, but no, when you buy the ketchup relish mustard combo, it's like 12 ounces, and you'll probably go through it after 2 picnics. I just don't understand why they can't have regular squeezable relish in there. And no, I'm not going to buy the shitty one in the jar that I got to twist off, and then it's sticky because it's sugary and I can't twist it off, and then I look like an asshole in front of my family because I'm too weak to open the sticky relish jar. I just want to squeeze it out. But no, I got to pay $6 for that for convenience. I mean, I already trade my privacy and my security and my personal information for convenience. Like, I don't give a shit if you want my data Dunkin' Donuts. Just make sure you have my fucking coffee ready when I get in there and I have to walk past all the fat and poor people in Walmart to do it. Just make sure that it's ready. That's all that I want.
I shop at Walmart.
You do shop at Walmart and you're neither fat nor poor. Well, we are kind of poor, but I had an eventful Walmart trip, by the way. I don't know if I told you about this. So not only was there a squeezable relish, I know I do. I need to really step my what machine is that? Is there a machine for that in the gym? Is it the lid twisty machine? Or do I have to do box jumps? I don't know. I don't know what you have to work on for that. Kipperling pull-ups. I don't know how you can work out your relish twisting strength. But I'm telling you, that shit gets sticky and it's hard. It's really, really hard to spin off. So I don't want to hear any shit. If you get some sugary relish on the lid and it sticks and then it gets cold, you're just going to look like a weak asshole in front of your family at a picnic, and you're just going to have to deal with it. And then you're banging the lid on the table like a jackass, and you're hitting the bottom like you're fucking playing the bongos or some shit, and it all for some goddamn relish, because Heinz won't sell squeezable relish by itself in the summertime. They only sell it in fucking 3-packs where you got to spend $10. But all right, I'm over that. So then I go to checkout and get my $6 mustard relish ketchup combo thing, and I'm in line, and the cashier was like talking to this guy, and clearly not like very interested in what he had to say, but just being polite because it was her job. And this guy was in like a full-on, pretty much a suit, but it was like what I would call an ill-fitting suit. Like it was like it wanted to be like a 1995 like Steve Harvey suit, but it just wasn't. It was like, I don't know what you would refer to it as. It was just oversized. It was an oversized suit. And so this guy's talking, and I get up there, and I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, oh, are you going to ring my relish up? And finally, she starts ringing my shit up, and then another employee comes up to her and is like, you can take your break in like 8 minutes or whatever it was. I don't know. I guess they have very regimented breaks at Walmart, because I thought she would have just said you could take your break after this guy, but it was like, no, it was like 8 minutes exactly. You can take your break. And so she's like, oh, well, here, this guy wants us to go to his church service on Sunday. He's a minister. And I'm like, what? So this guy's like a quote unquote minister trying to pick up bitches in a Walmart fucking aisle 8. Like, I was like, what the hell? Like, did the Lord give you a message to hit on fucking Tabitha and the cashier at aisle 8? I just blew my mind that this guy was like, and that was his go-to, like, oh, come to my service on Sunday. I'm a minister. Like, has that ever? I guess so. I feel like there's a lot of televangelists. Like, what is that guy? The hell's his name? The one that looks like Pinocchio came to life. What is his name? Joel Osteen. Yeah, he looks like a goddamn like a puppet came to life. That's Joel Osteen. It probably has worked now that I think about it. Oh, I'm going to start picking girls up like that. I'm going to come to my
the Lord's word
through their dick.
What? He wants her to go to his church and grow his church community.
He did not want her to go to church to grow his church community. I can tell you that much. He might have wanted to grow his actual family, but he didn't want to grow his church community. He was hitting on this girl, and his go-to was, I have a church and I'm a minister. Come to me on Sundays. Long story short, his suit wasn't fitting right. She was not feeling it. I don't think she went to church on Sunday, and I don't think he got laid. So he struck out with Tabitha in aisle 8. It was you weren't there. He was hitting on her. Trust me. So if a preacher came up to you younger, and you're not on camera, don't worry. A preacher came up to you younger and was like, oh, you should really come to my church service, and was like not letting it go, you would just think it was just.
I would just say I already have church.
But no, what I'm saying is if he wasn't letting it go, you would just think it was all above the board, and he was like hitting on you at all.
No, I think he was maybe very passionate about his church.
I think it was the minister picking up bitches is what I think it was.
Okay.
I'm not going to get you on my side.
Distrustful.
I'm not distrustful. I'm just,
anyway.
The vibe I was getting from this guy was he wanted her to come to his church so that he could put Christ inside of her.
Yeah.
So to speak. Oh shit. All right. That took so it's going to get even weirder now in a second. So I don't know if you guys heard about this fat bitch. Of course she was on Huffington. It's my podcast. I will curse if I want to. Mom. It's Mother's Day, but it's over in about an hour and a half. I can do what I want. Thank you. So this fat woman, young lady, girl, I don't know what we should refer to her as, wrote an article on Huffington Post, which I read Huffington Post because I'm a liberal snowflake. Hurts my feelings. And anyway, she basically wrote the article saying that she almost had her vacation ruined because she was fat shamed by some Harry Potter ride. So of course,
in Orlando?
Yeah, at Universal Studios in Orlando, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. She had her vacation ruined because she was fat shamed. And so I was like, oh, like what happened? Did like employees start mooing at her when she walked by, or I don't know. Did they like start pretending like they could orbit around her? Like what could it have been that was so bad? So I clicked the article and I read it. And this bitch has the nerve to say she was fat shamed because her fat ass couldn't fit in the ride. It wasn't that people were like mocking her, making fun of her. She was probably in a motorized cart. I don't know. I can only assume she was in a motorized cart eating mayonnaise. That's how I envisioned her. So of course she makes a comment like, oh, and my E-sized boobs wouldn't fit under the chest harness. Oh, it was your E-sized boobs. It wasn't the fact that you fucking been shoving cheeseburgers in your mouth for the past 25 years, you fucking heifer. So anyway, she gets to the thing and I'm like, all right, so how bad was it? Did they like pull her out of line and say, you can't ride? I can tell you're too fat, you fatty. No, she gets up to the line. they can tell she's having trouble strapping the harness. So they're like, all right, come over here, come to the side. We have a test harness here. The harness has to click 3 times for it to be deemed safe. This fat bitch pulls it over her chest. She struggles. She gets 1 click. She can't get 2 clicks. She can't get 3 clicks. So they told her it was a safety issue. The harness didn't click 3 times. You can't go on. So now for the rest of the article, she puts safety issue in quotations, saying that that's the way people get away with fat shaming, by saying it's a safety issue. Did you hear about the kid whose fucking head got chopped off on the water slide like 18 months ago?
They didn't listen to guidelines.
Pretty sure that the guidelines are in place for a reason, lady. Not because your fat ass ate too much for your entire life. It's so that you don't go flying off the fucking roller coaster when you're going 80 miles an hour. And you're mad because you were too fat and the chest thing didn't click down 3 times. Like, I get it. We're getting bigger in America. We're getting fatter. We're getting more obese. Maybe airplanes should have bigger seats. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Porsches should have bigger seats so that the fat people can have Porsches too. But
did they have a picture of her?
At an amusement park. She was heavy. She was heavy.
So there was a picture.
Well, it was just from the neck up. And you could tell she had like a gobbler on her. Like she had like a neck gobbler.
Weight?
No, she didn't give her weight. She just emphasized that she had emphasized that she had e-boobs. And I think that was to kind of like, put it out there like, oh, I have very big boobs. And it was more my boobs than it was me being a complete fat ass that I couldn't get the ride to click down 3 times and I was unsafe. It just blew my mind that she was basically calling Universal Studios like at fault for her being fat. She was like, they should be more accommodating to obese people. Like 50% of Americans are obese. They should really think about designing more rides for obese people.
And this was her way of dealing with the embarrassment.
Right. But instead of, losing weight and taking that as, oh my God, that was utterly embarrassing. I can't believe I was too fat to get on a ride. I should probably lose some weight. No, she wants to write a goddamn article on HuffPo about how she was fat shamed because she couldn't get on the Wizarding World of Harry Potter roller coaster, and then claimed the safety issue was bogus. It was bullshit. It was them. It was an excuse for them to fat shame fucking Bertha. It's just mind boggling to me, people. And then there's people who are like, oh, throw away your scale. Don't have a scale if you're trying to lose weight. No, the very definition of losing weight involves a scale. Should you become obsessive over it? No. Should you like guilt cut yourself because you gained a pound instead of lost 3 pounds? No. But if you're trying to lose weight, by definition, you need to have a scale so you can tell whether or not you've lost weight. And then there will be a bunch of people who tell you, oh, well, you can't keep your scale in the bathroom because the humidity will throw it off. Yeah, go fuck yourself. If you want to lose weight, you're looking at me like I'm harsh right now.
I haven't listened to you in a while, and you're being so like abrasive.
Like a Brillo pad.
Like,
is that how it sounds?
Yep.
I feel like if we put an F-bomb counter, I've only dropped like 5 in 23 minutes now.
Way more than 5.
You think more than 5? All right, well, I'll get an F-bomb count. I'll actually listen to my own podcast, count the F-bombs. Or how about you actually listen to a podcast?
Never mind.
I guess you don't have to listen to this one because you're literally listening to it right now. But no, it's like, I'm pretty sure your weight has to do with like your gravitational pull on Earth. Like we always did that shit in 6th grade science class. Like if you're 80 pounds on Earth, you're like 7,000 pounds on Jupiter or whatever it was. So your weight is literally tied to your gravitational pull, pulling you down to the Earth. And if you can't have something like to measure that, then I'm not sure what to tell you. Like if your goal is to not be too fat to get on the Harry Potter ride, you should probably get a scale and start watching the weight come off.
I think it's for people that don't want to obsess over a number.
That I agree. I agree with that. You shouldn't obsess over a number.
Like they go more by how their clothes feel or fit.
Right, but it stands to reason if you're 195 pounds and you're a size 12 and then you're 180 pounds, you're probably going to be in a size 10. Like you're still measuring it by some standard, whether it's the way your clothes fit or the number on the scale. I feel like,
so then they'll start
obsessing over the number. Yeah, then instead of obsessing about the numbers on the scale, they'll obsess because, oh, I'm not in a 6 yet, and I thought I'd be in a 6 by January. If people are going to obsess over it, they're going to find a way to obsess over it. And it's mind-boggling to me that multiple professional people that I trust and have degrees and stuff give the advice, like, don't use a scale if you're trying to lose weight. It just blows my mind. How like, if I'm trying to, I don't know, increase my wealth, I'm not going to not look at my 401k or not look at my bank account, in which I guess kind of people tell you not to do that. They'll tell you to just put your money in the stocks and don't even look at it, which makes sense because the more you look at it, the more likely you are to pull shit out or move shit around. And so, all right, now I'm going to contradict myself. All right. Way to go, Mike. Way to go. You dumb. I was going to call myself a dumb F. You thought you heard it coming. You were getting ready to ding it. Speaking of fat people, McDonald's needs to stay in their fucking lane. Dang, that was another F-bomb. They're just rolling out. They're like rolling right off the tongue. McDonald's, what the hell? Your quarter pounders are now made fresh to order. I don't know. So now every time I go to McDonald's, which is what, probably twice a month.
McDonald's?
Yeah. We went twice last week. Yeah, we went twice last week. So I'm going to be too fat to ride on Harry Potter soon.
Month, I feel like all of a sudden
I'm definitely going to be too fat to ride on a Harry Potter ride soon. But anyway, McDonald's, what the hell are you doing? If I go to McDonald's, I want to order a burger and I understand that it's being stored in that stupid little humidifier machine where you keep shit hot. I don't want to go to McDonald's to get a fresh cooked burger. Now I got to wait. They're like, oh, pull up. You ordered a quarter pounder. They're made fresh to order now. I came to McDonald's because I want to order a quarter pounder. By the time I pay, I want it in my mouth. I don't want to have to go wait in some extra special pull-up spot in the drive-thru because you now decided that you want to fresh cook your quarter pounders because you're trying to appeal to a bigger audience. Like, you're losing market share. America's getting a little more healthy. I get it. But don't alienate your core fans. It's like the NHL. They're alienating their core fans. They don't want people fighting anymore. And their core fans are like, what the hell? We want to see fights. McDonald's, fat people come to you because they want that food in their mouth as fast as possible, myself included. I want that food in my mouth. I don't want to wait. I don't want to have to pull up into the reserved parking lot because now I'm shamed. Now everybody's walking by me and I'm getting fat shamed because people are looking, oh, look at that fat guy. He has to wait for his food. That's how fat he is. It's like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. And then it's that, or you order a chicken salad. They don't have them ready. They're like, oh, your grilled chicken's not ready. You should have ordered the crispy and been a fat ass, and then it would have been ready. So it's either the quarter pounders or the grilled chickens. If you order one of those two things, your ass is waiting at the drive-thru, and then everyone who walks by you's judging you. Like, I wonder what that guy's getting. And then have you ever ordered like for some coworkers, and then you got like 3 bags of McDonald's, and it's just you sitting there, and you got to like yell at your widow, "This isn't for me. There are other people on this order." Or is it just me who gives a shit what people think of me walking through the McDonald's parking lot? I don't give a shit. What I do give a shit about are these vacation group t-shirts. So it's like, I guess it's, why do people go to Disney in the summer? It's got to be hot as balls there.
Probably cheaper.
Yeah, you're
out of school.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody's out of school. That's good. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. But it's got to be hot as balls there. So hot. Anyway, so when people go on vacation to Disney, I get it's a big deal. They pay a lot of money, so they go all out. But can we stop it with these family and group vacation t-shirts, please? Like, are you going on vacation or are you in a slow pitch softball league? It's hard for me to tell anymore. What I really want to see happen is I want to see the grandpa, like, you know, because it's always a whole like ginormous ass, like 37 person family. What I really want to see is the grandpa what has a shirt that like on the back, it says, "My dick created this." Just like and now you got to think about like his semen spawned these 37 people. And now that's what you got to think about while you're waiting in line to ride Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs roller coaster, which is my favorite roller coaster still. We just missed that Toy Story Land. They opened it, what, like 6 months after we went. I really will actually, my wife will get me to go back to Disney just to go to Toy Story Land. Like those rides, the Toy Story rides, and yeah, the Toy Story rides and the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs roller coaster were by far my favorite parts of of the Disney. I'm glad you didn't make us those shirts, because if you did, I would have had to modify mine on the back to say my semen created this, and then people would have had to think about that while they were in line behind me. They had to explain to their kids what semen is, and then it's a whole nother story. And then Disney probably would have made me take it off. Wouldn't have been the first time I've had to take a shirt off or put a shirt on over top of my other shirts. Ever tell you about that with it was Josh Kelso's bachelor party. We went in and I had a tuxedo t-shirt that I cut the sides out of, and they said it was too wasn't covering me up enough. I guess I got fat shamed. They didn't want my love handles out. I got fat shamed. Look at that. See, me and that woman in Harry Potter have something in common. She got fat shamed. I got fat shamed. It's getting late. I'm getting to bed because I've had a long ass weekend getting stuff ready for the house. So I found out the one thing that's worse than glitter, and it's caulk. That shit gets everywhere. You cannot not get caulk everywhere. If you, it's like a damn bukkake porno video. Like you try to squirt some caulk along the floor of the molding, and next thing you know, you're wiping and wiping and wiping and wiping. It's just getting more and more white everywhere. It's like a damn, like you're frosting a cake or something. My wife said I'm disgusting for saying the first one, so I'll go with frosting a cake. It's more PG. All right, this is not a PG podcast, folks. If you couldn't tell by, if you couldn't if you couldn't tell by the explicit tag. One more. We got a snort on live. We got a snort on Facebook Live.
I'm laying down.
Fucking DJ Lindsay. All right, I'm out of here. Go titty fuck yourselves. What? I hit the right click button. Now I'm gonna hit the left click.
What?
YouTube's still going. Hey, YouTube.
Hey, guys. See you later.